Hello everybody and welcome back to new Eriador. Last time we have been setting up this field that you can see here and the worker to get ourselves the potatoes, and you really seem to enjoy this project, making this very functional farm also look kind of decent. As you can see there's the drop-off station. If you have not seen that, the villager will go around, pick up the potatoes and try to plant them here at the drop-off station, where they will get sucked up by a minecart, because there is water in the dispenser. I guess we will be able to see it right now, destroying the crops. So that is how we get potatoes, and this is working like a charm. Except bad guys are often around and trying to kill this villager. And actually he's the second one. I had to get a new one because the first one got killed somehow. And now there's some security guards around the field. And he has got his little shack here where he could actually stay for the night. It's not much, but should be enough for this guy. Let me show you what we've got for this. In here we can see now that I added an item elevator to this chest, and this is the amount of potatoes we've got. I think he will produce way more than we can eat. And talking about making this a little bit more secure, there was a comment under the last video by Mail saying add some cactus traps in the fence for defense against the zombies, and that's actually quite a good idea, I think. So we could just take a look or observe in the night where the zombies are trying to go to, and in this position just add a little trap for the zombies so they fall in, or even make them think that there's a path going over, and then just add carpet and trapdoors so they will fall in and die, and we could even collect their drops. Talking about mob drops, that brings me to the next topic. In the last video I was asking what project you would like to see the most in the upcoming videos. So we had the slime into guardian farm project, then we are having this villager project here with maybe villager trading, and we do have the fully automatic storage system. And I forgot to add that we also kind of need a mob farm, because for elytras we definitely need gunpowder. So we need to kind of establish an automatic rocket production, and also we can really use bones. So what I want to do, I think, is create a mob farm which is not super efficient but looks good. So going with the same style as we are having for the other farms, except the iron farm, that is, I mean, it looks good, but it is more than just super efficient. Somewhere around here, I think I want to have a big hole underground where we put a mob farm into, and then having a nice way of killing those mobs. I think that would be pretty cool, because then we can get all the other drops. The only thing we are not getting that much then is, I think, glowstone, because we won't have as many witches as we would have with a witch farm. But other than that, that is, I think, the main farms then covered in the base. It will take a while until we get all of that, but a mob farm is definitely something I want to do also. And for the other projects, I've been putting a vote on the screen, and you were kind of telling me that you would like to see the storage and the slime / guardian farm the most. So those kind of were equally spaced out from the votes, and so I think that I want to start now with the slime farm and put in the spawning floors, and maybe we can make a little montage out of that. This time the camera was falling way too quick, we couldn't keep up with building the platforms, but now they are all in place and we can take care of the actual killing mechanism. And most of this is actually something that I learned in a video by a Mango. And if you don't know that, then check that out. You can just look for a Mango on YouTube and you will find some great tutorials on there. And yeah, I'm using this because it's a really cool technique. We are luring our golems, not our golems, our slimes into this area using golems. But before we can do that, we need to take care of a mechanism to get the items then out of here. So what I want to do is put in some redstone blocks. Let's say one line here and then another line. I'd say, how many blocks is that there? 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 over here for symmetry. And then all I need to do, I hope that, this is not working. So we need to do this now step by step. If I place it here, this will, whoa, connect. There's already so many slimes spawning, even though this is far away from being efficient. Because there is no, like, there are lots of blocks above the farm, which shouldn't be the case, and also there is lots of blocks around. So at a later point, I might actually go ahead and remove a ring around the farm and replace the walls with glass, because that is then a transparent block, and so the spawn attempts can happen, because solid blocks will block spawn attempts from the outside while non-solid blocks won't, and we will use that to make this more efficient. Then I guess I want to bring this, oh, that is not good. Okay, I will figure it out how to bring this up at a later point. For now I would just put the rail in place. I've got something in my offhand, that's why I'm placing all those blocks in the wrong place. And then on those rails here, messed it up, we'll have a hopper minecart, or 3 hopper minecarts actually, just picking up the loot. I could just have curves in 1 minecart, but I think with 3 it's easier to have the straight lines, and those will hopefully push each other if they ever get stuck. So that's at least the plan. Then above this, I didn't get it, but it's alright, we can also do it from over here. Let's start on this side then. We'll put those blocks, and I wanted to have like a 1 block like drop here, so the items can't get stuck. And then we do the same on this side, so we need to have those blocks there, and this will kill all the slimes that are falling to this spot, just like this. And now I need to be careful, because I can only sneak on this, so I can remove this. Now I will remove the ladder here and hop onto the platform. And now we want to have some golems, which I didn't bring the iron for, but we can do that in just a moment. So right there we want to have some blocks which are not spawnable, so I'm using glass. And this is where our golems will be standing, and those will have fence. Did I bring that? I thought I brought the fence. I'm very prepared, as you can see. Let me drop some items and then make a bunch of wood. And with that we can make some spruce fence. So there we go. Alright, so there will be the golems standing inside there. And this will allow us to have a cage where the slimes from those 2 levels can see the golem, will try to walk up to them and fall to their death or burn on the magma blocks. I guess we'll just set it up now with the golems in this channel here, and then I'll show you how this is actually working then once it's done. That is all the golems in place. As you can see, up to the very top, every second level there is a golem now standing, and you can easily see them. So the slimes will see them, walk into this direction, fall down, and die on the magma blocks, the slimes will get picked up and put into a chest where we then can make slime blocks out of. And this is working already pretty well. And yes, as I said before, I want to remove a lot of the walls around this so we have some more space for spawning attempts to happen and then slime spawning on the platform. If I now quickly go up to the top, we might actually see a slime spawning, and there's something up here that I need to show you because there is a big pile of something there, and I'm pretty sure I know. Hey, there's a chest. Look at this. I know who's that from because yesterday I was playing together with Chris, and so that's WC Hammett, of course. And I was helping him linking up portals. It was a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to see those clips that he recorded. So go and check out Chris's video, and if it's not out yet, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it, because there was really a lot of shenanigans, and I really enjoyed that. So let's remove this with Silk Touch. Some packed ice, because he's living in a ice spikes biome, and saying yes, of course, thank you for the help with my portal, Chris. Wow, how much is this? That's like 5 stacks and 2. Wow, Chris, that's a lot. This will help a lot with this project here. I think with that we can actually start laying down what should be below the glass here. Thanks a lot, Chris, for your help. I'm a little stunned. Wow. I don't know how much we need, but I think we need less than what's in there. Of course, in total we need more. I guess we need over 1,000 packed ice blocks. So we'll get that from somewhere else. But this is already a big help to this. Crazy, yeah, thanks a lot. I'm looking forward now to see your video about linking your portal. That's going to be pretty cool. Now let me clean this up real quick. Put the rest of it in the chest here. Yeah, you're crazy. And now let's have a look at the slimes one more time. And if we are lucky, we can see one. Oh, there we go. We can see actually a few. So this is already producing quite a lot, and I think that we'll even get more if we add the stuff around it. At a later point also I want to add a mechanism so we can turn the farm off if we want to farm something else like the normal mobs or the guardians, and we don't need slimes anymore. But for now we can just leave it like it is and then don't worry about it just yet. So now I think we'll get on to the storage area project and lay down what shall be underneath the floor here. Alright then, safety first, because we are ripping out the complete floor of this build. I wanna make sure that nobody's walking into here while we are doing that. And now yeah, the complete floor has to go once again, but keep in mind how it looks, because we have to rebuild it exactly like it is after we are done with this. That's the floor gone from the storage system. I'm really sad about it because I really liked the floor, but what we can see here is the slime farm ladder. And yeah, now next step is going to be to put down a floor of ice, and this can just now go where we already dug out the gap, because I just marked out where the V shape was. And then we extended it by 2 blocks to each side, and now we should be able to put it in place just like here, and then also bring it up to this level so it is dropping down in the center. So why are we laying down the ice in this way, in this V shape? What is this all about? Let me explain this to you. The plan is to have 2 big, and I'm talking about really huge sorting systems on this side one, and on this side the other one. It will be about 400 to 500 item filters for all the items, and we want to get them into those chests. So what we'll do is chain up a bunch of filters together. So for example, for wool we would have 16 filters chained together and the 16 from the carpet, and those will all go into one dispenser. The one dispenser will dispense it on a single line, and the items, for example, will be coming out in this way. They will go down the channel until, let me throw it again over here a little bit. They will fall down on the gap here and will be on this block. And here they should be moved forward in this direction. and then brought over all the way to here, where there will be item elevators bringing the items up into the chests. The issue is, what you can maybe see, we've got like, how many is this? I think 20. It's about 20, I'd say. Blocks this way and 20 that way, and that would be 40 water channels that are coming to the center, but we just have a width of 20 here. So how do we get 40 channels into the size of 20 blocks? That is going to be done by some trapdoors, and I of course don't have any here, so it's hard to reach the storage if everything is so far up. Let me grab some trapdoors. Actually, we'll maybe go with iron trapdoors. No, we can't, because iron trapdoors would have to be powered. So if we look at this again, we can have a trapdoor right about there, and let's say it is right here, because then it's in the right order, and then here we don't have a trapdoor. And like that, an item that is coming along, grab some stone for this, right here, it will go against the block, while an item that is coming out, let me use wood for this, against the trapdoor is right there. And those will get sped up in that direction. And of course this didn't work now. But what I wanted to show you is that they are aligned in different ways. And if I now went ahead and put a trapdoor, let's say right here, and I frame it in a little bit so the water won't go everywhere. So let's do the experiment once again. Water goes into here, and then the wood is against the wood. That just goes on, and then the cobble is against the trapdoor. That didn't work. Maybe I didn't throw it in the right spot. Yeah, there you can see it. It's reliable. I tested that lots of times. Anything that hits the trapdoor will lose its speed in that direction, of course, and so it will go into the water stream and fall down into this gap, where anything that hits the block will go straight ahead. So what we need to do now is to get the water in place, so we have all straight water, because you saw there what happens if the water isn't straight. And like that we can then have all the items coming up to here in 40 channels on 20 blocks. As you can see, there's always 2 pressure plates and then 2 water sources, or 1 water source and 1 flowing water, which makes this nice in that direction face and pattern. And since any item that is landing inside this block here, we get, that was a little off angle, let's try it like this, we just get sped up as enough so it reaches over 2 blocks with packed ice with the pressure plates. The items will go all the way to the end, no matter where they land in the water here. So if I toss something against this one here, you can see it will get all the way to the end there. And what we can do now is put in some water here. So this will be given the speed for the items, so it hits the trapdoor or sign in the right speed. And of course at the end here it won't be enough like this, but there will be more speed for the items further down the line where they come from, because I don't think that this is enough. Yeah, you can see it goes diagonal, but if I do it somewhere over here, let's try this one here, it hits the trapdoor and goes in a straight line. So what we can do now is test out just over here maybe with a few different items. So I will use concrete, dirt, cobble, glass, and maybe a sign, and then we just toss it into the water stream here. So we start with dirt, then concrete, then cobble, then glass, and then the sign. I hope I tossed them all in a straight line so they're not going over to the side. And then we should be able to see that those are ending up over here. And now we need to turn around in, I think, this direction. Yes, You can see that down here the dirt was falling down because there's no trapdoor here. Then the concrete was landing on the trapdoor, the cobble is down again, the glass is on the trapdoor, and the sign is down again. So every other of those will go to the lower streams and the other one to the upper streams. So this is all nicely working, and I'm looking forward to when this is all like in place. So what we need to do now is put the water in on the other side and put the floor in place, because this is kind of tedious to get around. And that is the floor in place again. I think it looks pretty cool. The only thing that we need to get used to is this. The noise of the water. Yeah, this will be now going on all the time here. But I think it looks fairly cool, and we need to figure out how we can light this up properly. If you have any ideas for that, then let me know, because currently I don't know how to light this up without having torches or anything like up here in place, which looks kind of terrible. But yeah, I think with that, this is safe again, so we can open our barrier up again. People can walk into this area once again. And I think that that's going to be it for today's episode. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, then of course feel free to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and share this video with your friends, and I hope then to see you in the next one. Until then, have a great day.